Yo, it's your boy Westwood, a.k.a. Tim Westwood TV. I want to shout out to DJ Terry, baby. He holds it down.
Classic hits and today's biggest tunes. Six Sounds Radio.
Hey, it's Six Sounds Radio. Going over to the phones, I've got the big dog himself, Tim Westwood. How are we doing?
Yo, what's up, man? Good to speak to you, man.
Yeah, you were in Stoke on our turf on Monday night at Liquid for Freshers. You've been doing a bit of a tour for that. How's that been going?
Well, I love coming to Stoke. I think Keele University, Staffs University, and University of Manchester Met University, the Crewe campus, man. I think that's one of my favourite parties, man. I enjoyed it to the max, man. I had a great time up there. I love coming up there. I did an end of term one there, and I really enjoyed that, man. So I was looking forward to it, and it was a crazy crowd, man. It was absolutely the best parties of the Freshers tour so far.
Great. You've got a bit of history with Stoke-on-Trent. You used to do the Strictly Urban nights quite a lot with Professor X and Blondie.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Shout out to my man Blondie. He used to do all that good stuff up there.
Actually, I spoke to him last week, and he said, like, if you do ever get to speak to Tim again, would he be a patron of Unity?
Oh, well, yeah, man. I'd definitely like to know more about that. I mean, I don't want to commit to something I can't, I just want to say yes and not. So I'd love to know more about it, but I think Blondie's a good guy, and I've gone up there for him before on some of his, good work that he does. So, yeah, I'd love to get to know more about that.
I'll get him to speak to you, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you think the DJ game's changed much?
Yeah, it's radically changed, man, and it's definitely changed for the better, in my humble opinion, man. I think, I think it's the best it's ever been, man. I think, this laptop computer game, playing MP3s is amazing, man. It's given new energy to it and new excitement. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a lot more easier to become a DJ now, and that's something which means there's a lot more competition now. So there's a lot more opportunity, but a lot more competition. Whereas in my day, there was a lot less competition, but a lot less opportunity. But I think it's a beautiful era, man, and I love DJing off a laptop. I think it's the most exciting thing ever.
And you don't have to carry the big boxes of records.
Oh man, I wasted all my money on that. If you look at any of my crib videos where you see the pictures of my house, you can see how much money I spent on records.
Yeah, I do prefer working with a laptop. Again, you can carry your entire collection with you.
Exactly, man. It's fast, you know what I mean, and you just throw it on and get it exciting.
When you're DJing, obviously, you mix it up, some new stuff, some old stuff, some classics in there. There's one song that I don't think you can go a night without playing. It always goes off as Faith Evans, Fat Man Scoop, Be Faithful. It's still up there. Last night when I played it, I thought, if I have 1 pence and sent it to Faith Evans every time I played that song, Christopher Wallace Jr. would be in trainings for the rest of his life.
I mean, good for you, man. I mean, I've had different records which have, really summed up what's going on, but those records change, you know what I mean? Those records change. I mean, I used to feel, something like a Tupac record or a Notorious B.I.G. record really defined it, but in this changing, there's records I do play every party, but whether they define that era or not, I mean, we were definitely in the era of Young Money, Wayne, Nicki, Drake, Tiger, definitely in the era of Maybach Music Group of Rick Ross and Meek Mill. So I think it'd be one of those records which define it.
Yeah, I do student nights myself, and I'm glad that people still ask for Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac and old Snoop Dogg and, all the classics.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much this new generation got left of Biggie and Tupac. Records don't live forever.
They're getting sampled quite a lot or rehashed, I've noticed, like Nicki Minaj, and people keep using these samples from old school. But that's good. That's what they've always done, I suppose.
Yeah, man. Exciting times, man. Exciting times.
Are you still as passionate about hip-hop as you've ever been?
Love it more than ever. It's all I do, man. It's all I know. So, yeah, I'm absolutely, this is it, man. This is it. Yeah, man. I still is, came back off the train from being up in Stoke. And, had Machine Gun Kelly come round to do a freestyle at my office. So just been interviewing him, filmed that. That's going up on YouTube in the next 10 minutes. About to might go and try and catch a bit of his concert before I have to go and DJ at Fabric. Yeah, I love this life. This is my life now. I love it.
You just mentioned putting something straight up on YouTube. It's that instantness of it nowadays, isn't it?
Oh man, it's amazing. It's so exciting.
Do you think there's been an artist, because you've been on Radio 1 for so long and One Extra, do you think there's been an artist that's come through that you thought should have been bigger than they have been?
I mean, there's been a lot of great artists which could have been bigger, should have been bigger. You know, a lot of that career is in, sometimes people get opportunities they don't run with. Sometimes people are their own worst enemies.